So for today, for the NourishCap Mastermind meeting, collaboration meeting, we're going to be talking about ways to introduce psilocybin assisted therapy in terms of a website and how to present yourself as a facilitator, as a service center, and then also email outreach and better structure initial introduction for cold outreach. Do you want to start off with the website or with the emails?
Website would be fine.
Okay. One thing I can contribute that I've noticed that people do is something they refer to as like natural medicine. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it could be something where on the homepage, the language can gear towards natural medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think maybe on a different page in the menu, there could be more information about psilocybin. Does that sound right? Maybe
Yeah, that would be good. I don't know when and if a bank will check. And that's really my biggest issue is I don't think anybody else cares because the state doesn't care. And as far as I know, the feds don't care. It's more of just being able to keep my business open from that financial perspective.
Absolutely. So yeah, maybe we can move something to the About Us section, like focus on the homepage first.
Yeah.
Maybe something like new awareness healing, right? That we want to also do you have the updated logo. That
I do. I'll email it to you.
Okay. So we'll get rid of that. Can you start specialized in therapy through natural medicine? I'm not crazy about the wording here. I'm just trying to think of, is there another way to phrase it? Like natural medicine therapy.
I wonder if we could say blending natural medicine and therapy or something like that.
Oh, I like that. Natural medicine and therapy for integrative healing, helping individuals who are ready to explore new dimensions of growth. Okay. We do mention it also here. I'm wondering if we should just keep it, because I think this section right above the fold might be not make it so in your face, but if you read more, you'll see it here. And then maybe we can put this section in the About page.
Remove the actual mushrooms from that maybe.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we could just say natural medicine therapy too. And I just want to take like psilocybin maybe off the front page there.
Yeah, we can do something else.
Do you need a transparent logo or one with a white background?
Transparent logo. So here I also made it a bit more not in your face about it. What do you think about it so far?
Yeah.
Like, look, at the end of the day, it is going to be psilocybin, but I tried to incorporate under the care of licensed facilitators, involves state-regulated, supervised use type of language.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's good for now. I just was so bolded.
Fair.
Which, like, again, with normal marketing totally makes sense, right? You want people to know it's just a weird gray area we're living in.
Fair. That's totally fair. Also, do you have any other testimonials you want me to add?
I need to reach out to a couple of people, but I think at least one of them, if not a couple of them, will get back to me on that.
Excellent. And then let me grab that logo. Just give me a second and I'll put it on the website. Okay, awesome. So the homepage is updated and I got the logo updated too.
Okay, great.
I'm fixing some of the spacing on mobile, like the padding between elements. So I'm just going to adjust that quickly.
It's always weird it does that. I
know it doesn't transfer as smoothly as you would think. Yeah. And then how's the blog going? We didn't really talk about a blog yet. It's on the menu. Do you want me to keep it up there or do you want some help putting a blog together?
I think I sent you one blog post a while back.
Yes, that's right. You did. I remember I couldn't post it because I had to publish the website first. Yeah. Oh, here it is. It's this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I go ahead and?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. For Ashley, do you care if you're the author or do you want New Awareness Healing to be the author of the blog?
I don't think it matters.
I'll put you. These people do respond better if it's an individual doing it, but I just want to make sure you're okay with it. Okay, thanks for waiting on that. I know I was silent for a lot of it. I set up the blog. I updated your menu and footer.
Perfect.
Let me see. I don't know why this keeps happening.
Yeah, it did that to me. I sent that website off to somebody this morning. It's like I got to click on it a couple times for it to populate.
I know. I'm having the same issue. See, because now it works fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It took twice. The second time this morning it popped up. What that's about either.
Okay. And then next, you wanted to work on the emails in particular?
I don't think I need to work on that per se, but that was one of the strategies I was trying to do as I meet people and get emails to like welcome. And then if I have some offerings, I'm looking to see what I can do within compliance to do like low dose intro sessions. Cause some people are really intimidated by like, let's just hop in and do 4 to 5 grams of mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's try like a smaller dose or maybe a micro dosing session just to like get some familiarity and relationship built with the mushrooms. I need to maybe talk to some other facilitators to see if they do that. I think that, our rules are such that like we need to be meeting with them at least once prior to that, making sure they're appropriate for that, et cetera. So, but anyway, so I'm hoping to get a more robust email list. The more I present, the more I talk to people, get business cards, those sorts of things. And I think that could be a really good, safer funnel for some of those pieces and just trying to toe the line and kind of feel out, I think this whole next year of how much do I have this online presence or how much of it's a little bit more those type of things. So I think there's pros and cons to both, right? If you don't get yourself out there, people don't know you exist, but then kind of have this target or
on this topic of helping people to know you exist, I was hoping we could follow up for just a minute or two on the last email I sent you about how we're temporarily offering significant discount. We can talk about how much offline, but we've been developing these video and social media content services for months now, putting together very detailed plans for something that I believe is both unlike and much better than anything else we've seen from anybody for a lot of good reasons I can explain.
Yeah.
And so we're offering deep discounts to early adopters who want to give it a go with us. And so I can pull up some things about this if you'd like me to give you a quick overview. The general idea is that we assume that most people running a small business are able to set up free social media accounts on their own, probably are doing a little bit of posting on their own, sometimes pictures, sometimes video, but it's tough as any small business to frankly cut through the noise of all the other stuff of people and companies who are able to just put all this out there with high quality multiple times a day on any given topic. And that competes for attention, even if it's not on the same topic as what you're doing. Right?
Yeah.
It's general competition for attention. So what we've been putting together is something in response to that and the other forces that be right now, like that more and more people are finding their content through AI and feeds than ever before.
Yeah.
In addition to searches in the traditional sense of like how to do search engine optimization. So what we really need is something that does better than ever at building up an individual's credibility. And how does that happen? Historically, but now more than ever, the algorithms are looking at signals like, are you being mentioned by others on the same topics? And do the others get attention? And how does this all swirl back and forth to suggest, okay, this person should be mentioned as part of this answer to an AI prompt or that search or this browsing in the feed? So what we're doing from a broad perspective is aligning our clients, our members of our service, along certain topical themes each month. So we got a great volume of like, this is a hot topic area.
Yeah.
But also a lot of interconnectedness because we're going to collaboratively post to the NourishCap channel on your behalf as a member. So that content can go both on our channel and yours in a way that gives credit to both of them simultaneously
Yeah.
because of these new features that most of the social platforms are enabling us to do now. But it's a ton of work. There are dozens and dozens of pieces of content and processes behind that. So we've built together an efficient process where we can do all that behind the scenes and only take maybe an hour or two a month of your time to actually produce the high quality content, let you review it and approve it for us to distribute through all these channels, ours and yours together.
Okay.
So real quick, this is kind of the overview. I'll get into the details. It looks kind of complicated, but it's actually just several of the same thing repeated and customized to each social platform. So it's simpler than it seems. So basically on the left, we have the outline. The blue items are what NourishCap is doing for you. Or our channels that we're opening and leveraging for you. The goal is to send warm leads to you. Those are in green. We'll look at those at the bottom of the diagram. And of course, we've got to appease the algorithm gods.
Yes.
The orange parts are you and your brand, what we're doing for it. So the goal is to send lots of customer flow down to your website, your store, your blog, however it is that you transact with clients, even if it's just setting up an initial meeting without taking payment originally. Okay, so all this starts with our membership cadence, our outline, like I mentioned about those monthly themes. So for example, it could be things like renewal, joy, vitality.
Okay.
Pretty clear how this relates to topics for mental health, but basically wellness in general. Mushrooms more broadly can be aligned with this, even if you're making equipment. What we give is options for different kinds of video to create. For example, addressing the top of funnel, people who know they have a challenge or a need, but just don't necessarily know what the solutions are.
Yeah.
To further in the customer journey, which is the mindset of like, okay, I've heard of mushrooms as a possible solution. I'm still gaining trust in them, still learning about them. To the end of the customer journey, which would be, all right, I know that I want this solution, but I don't know who I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
I need some reminders or nudges or offers to kind of get me over that last hill. And then funnel means what are those places or stages that they go to along the way of their customer journey. So we're aligning the journey with the funnels and producing all of that for you, centered on video content and supporting social media posts.
Okay.
And then doing that either one time a month, like one video a month, one of these different kinds, or up to 4 a month.
Okay.
And all the associated stuff with it. Any questions about the production schedule?
I don't think so. And they have different lengths, it looks like, on there, the videos.
Yeah, and it's up to you if you want us to focus on one or another of the length ranges. Like the longer videos tend to be more of a discussion style format where you talk about things you know, in your case about therapy, about benefits, about what you've seen.
Yeah.
Stuff that you know all day, every day and can talk about. That's easier for you to talk about. And again, that keeps the time limited because all you need to do is show up to, let's say, an interview, talk about something that we can then edit down and polish for you.
Okay.
The reason that would cost the same or kind of be the same work for us as a 5 or 10 minute video or even a very short, like 30-second ad is that the shorter it is, the more production it takes. You know, the old saying, I would have written you a shorter letter, except I didn't have more time. You know, I think that was the Ben Franklin quote. Kind of the same thing with media production.
Okay.
But again, real quick, 1 to 4 videos per month. We do all the heavy lifting and production for it. And then we send this to a bunch of different places. So we're going to send this out to lots of different social media, like our YouTube and other channels. And we're also going to distribute this to our newsletter, promote it potentially through cold email outreach. We have some advanced services for that and PR we can talk about later. And looks a little bit busy here is really, it's just the different social media and then ultimately your newsletter as well.
Okay.
So we're supporting this with ads across all these different platforms. That's a big deal because posting and hoping is not really a strategy. And even sponsoring somebody else's channel was no guarantee that you'll get any attention beyond the first few days.
Yeah.
When the algorithms kind of give it a grace period. But the ads ensure ongoing attention and using the collaboration features, which are relatively new, and we're pioneering in the way we use collectively with all members, not just pairwise between you and me,
Yeah.
are a big part of how we then generate that buzz and attention in a bigger way to the algorithms.
Okay.
Ultimately, to drive people back to, again, your store, your website, your scheduling system, which we support through our CRM technology and other stuff we've talked about in these meetings.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the big picture. All of this, again, drives the algorithms kind of looking in yellow. This virtuous cycle of building credibility is the network effect that we create, because the more people need to learn, let's say they need to hear about something traditionally 7 or so times before they take an action. It's great if some of those first handful of times are through our other members and the stuff they're talking about with mushrooms. And then yours are last handful of times where it's the specific unique advantages that you bring that are letting them choose you, especially considering the market is so vast and there's so much need for all this stuff right now. There's no real sense of competition between different people in the mushroom world yet, just because the market is so wide open and in need of education.
Cool. Well, yeah,
But yeah, that's
on it. I think the biggest piece for me is just kind of watching this first year or two budget. So I think once I know what those numbers are, I'm meeting with my CPA tomorrow and just kind of like figuring out what, making sure I don't get in over my head with everything. However, I do want to invest at some point in something like this. I think it's just a matter of when and what makes the most sense with where I'm at right now.
If there are budget constraints, then now is definitely the best time to talk about working a deal with us.
Yeah. Great. Well, yeah, just email me if that feels comfortable, kind of what the price point is for that. And I just don't have time to do social media stuff. So that'd be great if somebody else could tell me what to do and figure that out and press all the buttons.
It's a ton of work. It's been a ton of work just to figure out how to help the mushroom community stand out when there are so many concerns, as we've talked about in this very meeting, about the use of keywords and everything else. So this sort of collaborative approach is really a major innovation in getting around those algorithmic limitations.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just send me over the info and I'll look at it and then we can chat about it next week.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. And I'll see you then. Have a good week.
See you then. Take care, you too.